Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news by geeks like you. You're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat, and I'm your host, Chuck. And with me, we have Rakai tonight. Say what's to the people, Rakai.
Hello, Governor.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into the top of the news. Today is Friday, it's happy hour, but we're gonna start with a little somber moment. In particular, Akira Toriyama passed away on March 1st. His family announced it to the public yesterday. They already had the private ceremony for him, close friends, and family this week. Akira Toriyama, if y'all don't know, is the creator. He's a mangaka, and he's the creator of Dragon Ball. So one of the big three, and he passed away. He's from the city of Nagoya. That's the city that I actually studied in and lived in, to work in Japan. And yeah, and he's been making manga since the late 1970s. Dragon Ball got serialized, picked up, and brought over with Funimation, and it blew up. And I remember working on Dragon Ball when I was at Tokyo Pop, like bringing over the animation. So yeah, this is kind of dope that I happen to work on a property of a legend. He's left behind with his ex-wife and his son, Sasuke Toriyama. What are your thoughts? Were you into Dragon Ball, Rakai?
Uh, yes and no. So when Dragon Ball came along, I was already an adult, or when I had learned of it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and fortunately, I guess I knew about a lot of anime, from when I was young, but I was on old school anime. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Akira, Vampire Hunter D,
Mm-hmm.
Blood, Ninja Scroll, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Even, Fist of North Star, um, uh, Yuratsuki Doji. But I learned about Dragon Ball actually from you.
Mm-hmm.
When you were started working at Tokyo Pop. I
Mm-hmm.
started learning about a lot of the stuff that became the big three and a lot of stuff that's mainstream today. You actually kind of put me on to a lot of it. Um, Dragon Ball was probably for the more mainstream stuff today. Dragon Ball is where I got my start. I quickly
Okay.
became, kind of not disenfranchised with Dragon Ball, but kind of bored with it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't know. Maybe bored with is not the right word, but I guess my taste in anime changed.
Okay.
And I uh got off of Dragon Ball Z and found my way on to other projects. So it's
Mm-hmm.
far behind, but I cannot forget what it meant to me early when I found, Funimation and my kids came up on Dragon Ball Z. I did get them proper, so they love Dragon Ball Z for a good time, but now they on
Mm-hmm.
a, you know, they did My Hero, now they strictly you know, um Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen and now Solo Leveling. That's where my kids are at today. So they have
Okay.
evolved right along with me.
Did they
So
start with Dragon Ball or did they start with Dragon Ball Z?
they started with Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. Okay.
So they did start with Dragon Ball Z,
Okay.
then they found their way back to Dragon Ball. Um, but that was confusing for them. And then I remember when Dragon Ball Super came on,
Mm-hmm.
they was like, "Man, what the hell?" And I was like,
Dragon Ball
"Don't ask me. I
GT,
don't."
Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Super.
Dragon Ball GT. I remember, yeah, all of
Yeah.
that. And then the movies would come out. And you was like, "Wait, which timeline is this again?" Like I'm confused. So
Well,
I don't know.
a lot of people put out their condolences and left a lot of messages, including Emmanuel Macron. He posted up a picture. Akira Toriyama SS millions de passion qui ont tout grande avec lui. And
Okay, what you
so
said. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean that's the Prime
Yeah.
Minister of France. So a
Right.
lot of people
Mm-hmm.
came in and they gave out things. The Chinese Minister of Foreign Affairs, Latin American governors, government said a lot of things. Then other mangakas uh actually said stuff. Ichiro Oda says something, the creator of One Piece. He says
Ooh,
it's too early, the hole is too big.
Yasuke
If
Murata,
Yeah, yeah,
Hironobu
Yasuke Murata.
Sakaguchi.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people. A lot of people have
Yeah,
came out and said something.
Jackie
Um,
Chan.
yep.
Yeah,
There was
Ben Schwartz.
talks about making a live action version of Dragon Ball, and he had other projects. He had a whole lot of projects in the works.
Well, here's what's crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
I swear it was maybe Wednesday or Thursday last week.
Mm-hmm.
When I read the article about a brand new series about Sandland coming out as a series
Mm-hmm.
um from Akira Toriyama. And I was kind of excited for that because they
Yep.
said they had done a movie. And basically, this was the movie. However, it was more detailed, it was more in depth than the movie was. Um, and Sandland is one of those very small properties. I did watch the movie, but I listen, for the life of me, I don't really remember it. Um, but when I heard about this series coming out, I was excited. And then, like, it's like the next day, the news came out of his death, and I was like, this got to be fake. This got to be a hoax because I just read the news
Yeah.
about the series coming out. Like,
And
what the hell?
I think Sandlines also they made it into a video game. If I'm correct, they've actually pushed it into a video game as well to go along with the series.
Yeah,
So
it's a
yeah.
much lesser known property than Dragon Ball, but I hear it's just as good, if not better. So,
The Funk came in and chat and said last night I ordered Dr. Slump and a movie box set to give watch.
Orale,
Yeah, I can't see it because of the heart. The heart's in the way. Uh, but yeah, there's things that are happening. So may he rest in paradise. And there's gonna be a hole because he was the creator of one of the what we call in the West, the big three.
yeah,
No matter what you thought about the 2 week long fight scenes, people loved what he did.
mm-hmm. Yeah, they did. Now was Dragon Ball, did that precede One Piece?
Yes, yes.
Because I would say, I mean, honestly, it almost it seems that just watching some of the sequences on One Piece, like the way that they do fight scenes, kind of looks like they borrowed a little bit maybe from Dragon Ball. I could be
Uh-huh.
wrong, but yeah, they draw some stuff out, and you be like, and I remember watching it with the kids and watch it, whereas and you get right to a good part, and then they be like, and on tomorrow's Dragon Ball Z, and I'm like, oh, you've got to be shitting me, like, God.
Dragon Ball started in 1984 and One Piece started in 97.
Okay, it
Yeah,
started in '84.
84.
Dragon Ball started in '84.
84, 1984. Mhm.
Damn.
Yeah, comic book started in 94.
I don't even think I heard about I don't think I heard about Dragon Ball to the early '90s when Dragon Ball and like Power Rangers and all that was going off, but I was already an adult by that
Yeah,
time, or a very old ass kid who thought he was grown.
I used to dub it
Um,
in at Dunbar. I used to dub it at Dunbar and dub it at Leestown. Hmm.
was you making money off of it? Like
No,
people trying
no,
to,
no. It's the Japanese students when they came to Leestown and Dunbar, they would bring it over and they wanted copies. And since I was not racist and I can deal with Japanese and Asian people, I was friends with them. Yep. Your brother used to give me hell about anime. Why you like that
you know,
stuff?
he's still one of those type of people. Like I don't think he watches anything animated because it doesn't matter what it is. To him in his mind, that's for kids, and it's you know, I
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
get it. Good storytelling is good storytelling.
Good
Like,
storytelling. Good storytelling doesn't matter the medium. The medium's just the medium.
yeah,
I just hope when
you know.
creators use a
I mean,
medium, they
shit,
choose the
and
right
for
one.
real, a lot of people could use some animated, like if you could find your inner child, you could use that in your life. Shit, you too busy. You won't watch an animated thing because it's cartoon, but you'll turn on and watch some Tyler Perry shit. Shame
That's
you.
weird. That's so weird to me. I've never watched a Tyler Perry movie. I only seen
I
bits and
have.
parts of one.
I can't lie. I've
Never
watched a
watched
few.
one.
There's been, two or three that I actually enjoy, but most all of it's trash.
Yeah. I won't watch any trash black stuff outside of like Belly. Belly's the last trash black movie I watched. And I did
Oh
it because
wow.
it was so culturally relevant for hip hop
Mm-hmm.
that I had to watch it. But I probably
Yeah,
would have
well,
passed on it.
you missed a lot of great trash out there, sir. There's
Oh
trash in
no.
all genres. So
Oh
I
man,
don't
no.
I
Mm-mm.
don't miss
Mm-mm.
what I'm saying, just because it's urban trash, there's a lot of great trash out there. I just,
Yep. Yep.
yeah,
I won't watch it. I refuse.
yeah, I get it.
You know.
I
Did
get
you
it.
see did you see the new Fallout trailer for the live action?
Absolutely.
What did you think?
Absolutely. Okay, so since we are on this kick where we're turning video games into movies now or TV series,
Mm-hmm.
the one thing I will say is because I just remember, what was it, a week, 2 weeks ago, when
Mm-hmm.
they put out the trailer to Borderland, and
Mm-hmm.
that looked like a C D-list budget Guardians of the Galaxy type shit.
Oh,
It
it looked horrible.
looked,
And all the old
yeah.
people.
And
Everybody
it's
was
like, you
old
know
in
what?
it.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? We're gonna put Kevin Hart on it. Dollars. No. Um, this though actually looked good.
It
And
did.
to me, I am a fan. Anytime you started off with Walton Goggins, I know that you got something there because Walton Goggins is a very underrated actor who does an excellent job at picking projects for himself. And if he's involved, um,
Mm-hmm.
I know that the script is good. And two, if he's involved, then I know that the acting, at least coming from him, should be top
We're
notch.
good, top notch. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
curious because I've bought I think two or three Fallout games, and I've only gotten out the vault twice. And within an hour outside the vault, I just quit playing.
Now, here's
And
the thing about this.
uh-huh.
Here's what I did read about this. This does not, as of right now, does not follow the video games, or as what everyone knows. So, okay, so
Yeah.
Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. So apparently there's a war, something, nuclear fallout or something in
Uh-huh.
2077.
Mm-hmm.
The first game is 77 years after that. The second game is 184 years after that.
Mm-hmm.
This the Los Angeles Vault 33 does not exist in the video games.
Interesting.
Um,
I did
yeah,
not know
so
that.
this, yeah, so the story they're here, even though it's in this
It's
world,
all
they're
fresh.
telling an original story
That's
because
good.
the head of Bethesda Studios that makes Fallout,
Mm-hmm.
he's executive producing this. And he
Okay.
said that it would be entirely too hard to take the game and
Absolutely.
put it into a show. He says so they're going to tell their own version
You
of
know
the
what that game
story
is,
that's in the
right?
universe.
You know what that
No,
game is, right? It's
no.
purely
I
open
I
world.
actually have one of them, but I've never played it.
It's purely open world. That means when you hop out the vault, you can do whatever you want to do. There's no guidance. Nobody's telling you to do anything. Nobody's telling you there's a main story quest. None of that. You hop out, you see a town in the distance, and if you want to, you can go to the town if you want to. It's called Megaton in Fallout 3. You can walk over to it. And when you get there, you can blow it up if you want to with one
Mm.
push of a button. Or you can go there and meet with the townspeople and get missions and do the missions. And you don't have to do all the missions. You can hell, you can probably even kill some of the townspeople, and their missions all go away. They are purely an open world game. I have a cousin. He loves the game.
Mm.
He loved it. He said he put in like 300, 400 hours in on it.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
And Yeah. He's like, I got the max gear. I could walk around and blow up whole entire cities if I wanted to.
Now is Fallout Fallout is the game where you can create weapons, like pick up anything and create all kinds of shit. Is that because is
I don't think it has
what
a
which game was it? Which game is New Vegas
that's Fallout.
attached
That
to?
is Fallout.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
Fallout. That's a
See,
Fallout game.
I think I have Fallout 3 in New Vegas.
Fallout, that's the sequel to Fallout. Fallout 3. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the sequel. Then they
Okay.
have like 76. I think they kind of dropped the ball on it. People didn't like it as much. And I think they have
Mm,
a couple other ones. But yeah, people love Fallout.
mm. Well, that's what I've heard, and I'm interested to see this.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't have a frame of reference. I do know a few things about Fallout, like the was it Vault Boy little
Pep Boy.
icon,
Pep Boy. Mm-hmm.
Pet Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that they're supposed to be given an origin, the story, a backstory to that in
Pep Boy.
this
I
series.
have a
Yeah.
Pep Boy somewhere in this house. I have a Pep Boy.
Yeah,
Because I
I have a
bought it.
couple of
I bought the collector's edition of Fallout 3 and it came with a Pep Boy. Defunct made me buy it. I'm blaming Defunct.
Huh. Huh.
I'm blaming Defunct. He made me buy spend all kinds of money on video game stuff when
Hmm.
GameStop was hot. Yeah, so yeah, that is I'm quite excited for this. Um they can't
Yeah,
mess it up worse
I
than
must
Halo
admit
3.
I
They
am.
can't mess it up worse than Halo. I don't know what was
Okay.
going on with Halo. Halo was
I
when they undressed Master Chief, that's when Halo fell apart for me. I heard it's good.
the show.
The show. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I must admit, so I watched all of season one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was not one of those people that really cared that much. He took his helmet off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, that's kind of like, how dare the Mandalorian take his helmet off or whatever. And I didn't really give a shit. Um, but he is cooler with it on.
Yeah.
Um, Master Chief being in it, I mean, to me, it's not much of a show. Like when you're playing a first person or even third person game, and all you do is you do a couple of side quests, you shoot and kill Covenant and shit the whole game. There's not really a story there. And of course, you can put it in a story, but I mean, to say that he never ever takes off his helmet is unrealistic.
Yeah.
Um,
The
but
perf the
what,
perf
whatever.
yeah. The purpose of Master Chief never taking off his helmet was when the designers made it was because they wanted the players to see themselves in Master Chief. So they never took off his helmet. And
I
whenever
get that,
they
but
and then for the movie, they didn't have really had to take off his helmet. They could have just had him in war all the time.
well,
And whenever
in
they
the
took off his
series
helmet, they
though,
could have had him disguised. But they wanted to
they,
humanize him.
yeah, and I actually like, like, uh, season one wasn't terrible. It just wasn't really good either. It was
Hmm.
very mid. It was very mid, so it's like if they said there was no season two, I'm like, yeah, okay, well, they tried, If they said that they do it again, I'm like,
They got a
maybe, I don't
season.
know. If there's nothing else on, then maybe I'll watch it. So season two is on now.
What I'm saying is they could have made this. They could have made this TV show, and then had to call it Halo,
Yeah, but I mean, but
or
that's
had a
kind of
Halo
this.
without Master Chief. They have
Yeah, but
Halo
that's
games
kind of
without
one of those
Master
things like
Chief.
when we had that discussion about Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you know damn good and well it would have never reached number one. It wouldn't have had as many eyeballs on it.
Hmm.
Even for
It.
people saying, I hate it because it's not Brad Pitt and Angelina. It doesn't
Hmm.
matter.
Hmm. But they could call it Halo, and made it about the origins of the Spartans. It didn't have to have Master Chief. They have games that are not about Master Chief. Hell, they had a multiplayer four-person game that had no Master
Yeah,
Chief in it,
but
and it
but
did well.
again, that is only to people who are when you make a TV show and
Hmm.
put it out on Paramount Plus,
Hmm.
you make a movie or whatever, you are not catering to only the people who buy that game.
Yeah, that's what I said. People that don't buy
I
the game
have,
don't even know who Master Chief is.
well, here's the thing. I
They
don't
have no
have an
recollect.
Xbox. I
Hmm.
have never played Halo in my life. I've
Yeah.
seen it.
Hmm.
When the original Xbox came over, I remember some friends of mine in Hopkinsville.
Hmm.
one of my little partners, he had an Xbox and he's like, oh yeah, you need to be over here to see this. And I was like, what? So he invited a bunch of his friends over, and all of them showed up to his house. Like he had cleared all of his furniture out of his living room, and I was like, "What is going on? Y'all about to have step practice?" Because he was in a fraternity. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they brought all their Xboxes and an extra TV over and did some kind of thing where they daisy chain or linked all of their Xboxes together. And there was like 8 dudes like in a semicircle
Mm-hmm.
in his living room,
Land party.
all
Mm-hmm.
playing a campaign of Halo. And I was like, this shit is actually kind of awesome. Like I ain't never seen anybody do anything like that before. Like they were all playing together. Like I understand getting online and being in a campaign and playing with people in your squad, but to have them all in the same room, I mean, it was almost like I was watching a tournament or something. I was like, this shit is awesome. But I've never played Halo, not one time in my life. I knew who
Mm-hmm.
Master Chief was. So when he took off his little helmet, I was like, what's the big damn deal? I get it. Second to this second season, I will say that they said pretty much, listen, if you don't like what we did in season one, so and they leaned all the way into that shit. Like they're like, okay, well, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. And actually, season two has actually been pretty good to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not but that's I liked I liked Avatar: The Last Airbender, and everybody hated it because why I don't know, but okay.
But he's not the only Spartan. He's not the only one.
No, and
Mhm.
they've been
They should have leaned
explaining
in.
that. They showed that in season two, like
Mm-hmm.
other teams of Spartans, and even the one guy who's running shit, he's like, you know what I'm saying? He's just a dude in a suit. But he shows that really the reason why he's Master Chief is he's not just a dude in a suit. He's that dude.
Well, what they should
Like,
have done was have him just lead all the way out, and everybody knows he's around, and talk about his legend, and base the show around other Spartans trying to catch up with him. That had been the MacGuffin. That would have been a good chase throughout the whole entire show. They do missions too, and they're like, why am I not getting recognized like this guy? This guy's out here. And he's a
well, no,
badass.
I will say that the storyline, the way it's shaping up in season two right now, is actually pretty good to me. And
Yeah,
really,
but you're
the
but you're
thing
not.
is about that they're in the chase of the Halo, so
Yeah.
they're keeping the show about the show instead of
Hmm.
focusing around Master Chief, because it's not about that. It's about the Halo. Why is there this conflict with the humans who are left and the Covenant, and what are they doing about it? Like,
That's the game.
there's
That's the game.
yeah,
They're telling the
yeah.
story of the game. They shouldn't tell it
So
from his perspective because it's already been told.
yeah, they're not really telling from his
Mm.
perspective, but they are shaping up to see why he is the Master Chief and why he's special. He's not just an ordinary dude.
And that's why they
He's
should have
not.
focused.
I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying. That's why they should have focused on the other Spartans. They could say why they could always point to him. He could be North Star, right? He could be the thing, the legend, the myth, the legend, the man, and they never have to show him because people that already know what Master Chief is already out there, and anybody wants to go. There are 10,000 pages on the internet talking about Master Chief. They really want to
well,
know.
here's the thing though. I mean, and yeah, you're right. But for somebody like me who don't know nothing about the series, the one thing I did know was the hero of Halo is Master Chief. So if you did it like that, I'd be like, what the hell is this shit?
But they
Like,
have
where's Master Chief?
games.
Like,
They have games with other Spartans. We're not Master
no,
Chiefs in
I
the
get
game.
that,
Mhm.
but I'm a PlayStation dude. There's nothing in the world, and definitely not this show, that's gonna make me go buy a damn Xbox and play Halo.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
don't
want to
have
play that
to.
shit that bad. I don't.
Again, you can go online. That's like in the first Star Wars movie, they took Vader's helmet off, and then he's Anakin, and you know who he is. That was a great
Get that.
reveal. Was no, they
I,
didn't.
uh,
Yeah, they didn't reveal who Star Vader was. You don't know. You don't know Vader's Luke's dad to the second movie.
Yeah, that I mean that's a hell of a.
So imagine if they told you all that in the very first movie, in the first 10 minutes of the movie. I'm gonna go kill my father, who happens to be Darth Vader.
Yeah, but that's a little bit different. I mean, if we were following, if Darth Vader was the main damn character and we were following him, then yeah, I see.
They shouldn't have
I
made
mean,
him the
but
main damn character. They shouldn't have made Master Chief the main damn character. They have
I
a
mean,
whole
but he
world to
is the
explore
main damn
there.
character.
But they have a whole world to explore there, and they've made games to explore that world. They made an RTS to explore that
Yeah,
world.
and that was the least selling Halo game in history. Did nobody want to play that shit?
It doesn't
Where
matter.
is the
It doesn't
Spartans?
matter.
Where is Master Chief?
It doesn't matter. They can still make it. I mean, this is
I
just
mean, but
this.
why would you base a TV show around the worst selling game that you put out?
No, not based around the rest of the selling game they put out. They made it in the world of Halo. You said it was a game, it was a story about the world of Halo. If it's about the world of Halo, you don't need Master Chief in it. If it's about the Halo and it's about the Covenant and what they are, you kind of don't need Master Chief. You just need him. You just need to report back that he's doing something, and people can tie it to the
Mm.
game that played the game. It's like Easter egging for the people that are in love with the fiction, then shitting on them. The people that spent thousands of dollars in on your game and shitting on them.
Well, like I said, I don't have a real
Because people that
frame of
because
reference, and I don't have a dog in that fight.
yeah,
I don't care.
yeah.
I think the season one was mid. Season two is three quarters of the way. It's, about a seven-ish, 7.3 or
I
something like that. So it's not great. It's definitely could be fixed up, or since somebody who's really familiar with this IP, with this property, it can definitely be better. But am I enjoying it right now? Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with the funk. He said, Chuck, people weren't about we're not about the Metal Gear Solid 2 switcheroo and Halo 2. That's true, they weren't. That's why Halo 3 returned
What's
the
that mean?
players back to because they switched the players in Halo 2. It was a new character you follow that. They weren't about the switcheroo. However, people probably prefer a switcheroo than the unmasking of a character they've always seen themselves as. I've
I
always
mean,
seen myself as this character.
I get that. I mean, is
Mhm.
Halo, is it FPS or is it a third person shooter?
It's FPS.
Okay. I mean, so I get that. I
But
get
all the
it.
cutscenes, but the story, all the cutscenes are third person. They're never in first person, they're third person. So when he's
Yeah.
talking to somebody, he's always in mask. And people always they've always seen him in mask. And they always said we'll never take off his mask. Like when
I
the
mean,
creator said they said we're never going to take off his mask.
but if you are playing from the guise of you are Master Chief, then I get it. That doesn't make
Hmm.
sense. But
Yeah.
this is a
That's why
TV
you don't
show where it's not first person. You're not watching from anyone's
But
point of
that's
view.
why
You
you
are,
make him a character out in the world and you take it from some new characters where you can take on and off their mask, let them live and die, kill them off, bring new
but
characters in.
they've actually done that. I mean, you saw his silver team, you saw the other characters on his team and
But you didn't,
who lived and who died and
and you
yeah,
always
all
see
that
him in
shit.
the distance, like from time like episode 4, you land onto a planet and y'all fighting. Master Chief shows up and just destroys everybody and he keeps going.
Nah,
And you're
I would
like,
want to watch that. I would
oh
want to watch
shit,
that.
there he goes. But it's
Nah.
just about him. It's the lore of him. It's the story of him.
Now, like I wouldn't want to watch that until you give me the story that's got him all front center.
But
It's
But
just
you're
like
you
if
like, but you don't
you
have a
give
dog in
me,
that game though. A lot of people rejected that show because people that are fans of the game said it sucked, and that actually tanked the show.
I mean, and I get it. Like I said,
So you have to appease to the fandom. Like when you disregard the fandom, it hurts the show. That's what I'm saying. And you have to find a happy medium. You have to do that balance game. So if they did first season, never unmasked him, people would have loved it, right? He's talking to his son. Mhm.
yeah. I'm not, I mean, I get it. Like I said,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
so Defunct says, sounds like you're picturing the ODST story structure about the
Yeah.
troops encountering remnants of Spartan battles.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
and so all right, so like on the second season, they show like different Spartan teams where like I didn't even know there was a bunch of Spartan teams. I thought that
Yeah,
really the way they
no.
made it seem from season one was there was only Master Chief and the three people on Silver Team, his
Mm-mm.
Silver
Mm-mm.
Team. So there was like four Spartans. I was like, no wonder they are the elite of the elite. But I learned in season two, okay, there's other teams of Spartans
Mm-hmm.
and people went through the same shit that he went through to become a Spartan, but still amongst all them, he is that guy.
He is that
He's
guy.
the
Yeah.
one they but I also learned too that the other teams were like jealous of him and they're like, Silver
Mm-hmm.
Team ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck Master Chief. I can be the dude. Like, why is he getting all the shine? Like, he ain't that damn great.
And they're like Rooster Teeth made a parody of that. They had red team and blue team, red team versus blue team, and they made a
Oh, is
parody of
that what
this.
that's of?
That's what it's
Oh,
about.
okay.
They made 18
Oh.
seasons of this. And
Ha!
people were involved in it. People were like, "Yo, don't show me who Master Chief is. I'm Master Chief when I play him. So
I
keep
get
him
it.
in the distance. Show me other Spartans, ODST. Show me the other Spartans. Show me how they reacted to him. Because you know he's there. He's
Mm-hmm.
the guy.
Like Defunk said, like Andor is the best live action Star Wars thing since the original trilogy.
Yep.
But most mainstream Star Wars fans are not aware of it. And recognizable characters are critical to marketing. I just think if you gave me a Halo story, you
Hmm.
gave me a Halo story in the world of Halo
Hmm.
that did not have Master Chief in it. So at least I can be pulled in there before you branch off to some other shit and you've already pulled me into the world, then I get it. But I think that I would maybe feel another way if I was already invested and I had played the multiple games in Halo.
Like,
So I'm coming at it from a different angle because I'm not a Halo person.
like they could have done the same exact story they did season one, season two without Master Chief. They could have had him fight along some another team, Silver Team or another team. Then when they came together and they got that girl onto the ship, he gets a message saying you need to go do your own thing. And he goes off to do his own thing. They're like, and everybody on the ship is like, why couldn't I go off and do my thing? And they could have paired her with another Spartan and you follow her story, but he always comes in and out of the show. Like they could have led you in the first episode with him, have him land, boom, and just watch his badassery. And you're like, oh yeah. But it is the switcheroo. It is the Metal Gear Solid 2 switcheroo. But they could have pulled it off. Cause I think them going with that would have been better than them unmasking him, disappointing everybody that's in the fandom.
Well, I think one of the problems with that, and again, no dog in the fight,
Hmm.
but in season one, episode one, like shit, 5 minutes into the show, he took his damn helmet off. And I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
I
just
even know now, I even know that much. I was
yeah.
like, wait a minute.
They could have
Like
had another Spartan take his
that,
helmet off.
that's what I'm saying? Like, if anything, you do that as a season finale or something like that where it meant something. He took his shit off 5 minutes into the show. And I was like, are we
Or they
sure
could
that's
have
Master Chief?
Or they
Like,
could just had another Spartan take off their helmet and just have him be on
I
the
mean,
ship with
but
that
all of them
Spartan.
took off their helmets because they back in the rear, like they went through a whole lot of shit. Like they,
But he never
and so
takes off
some
his
of the things
helmet.
I mean,
He hops
okay.
on ships and never takes off his helmet.
I
He
mean, because
talks
he's
to
hopping on a
Cortana.
ship.
He talks to Cortana and never takes off his helmet. When he talks to commanders, he never takes off his helmet.
Yeah, but also when you playing a game, you don't watch him lay down and go to sleep. Like he got on armor. He takes that shit off. You don't see him go
He
to the
sleeps
mess
against
hall
the
to eat.
wall. He sleeps against the wall. We never see meat. We never see meat. He disappears.
He sleeps against the wall when he's out on mission, not when he's in the rear.
But on the ship, he sits down. He lays down with his armor on. Everything's with his armor on because they didn't make another character model, and they could have kept to that fiction, just kept to it, and or have him hop on the ship and hop off onto another ship, and he's gone. Then bring him
Well, I
back
mean,
in from time to time.
again, the whole thing about translation from one medium to another one, like I get it. I just think that they did it way too soon and it had no it
No,
didn't mean anything when he took his helmet off.
no, no,
It didn't
no. It was
mean anything.
anticlimactic.
I mean, it's just like almost like, the Mandalorian took his helmet off, even though, even as part of the lore, you're not supposed to
Mhm.
take your helmet off as a
But
Mandalorian.
they point that out over and over
But
again how
when,
he
but
failed
yeah,
the
but when he
Mandalore.
did, it meant something when he did,
Yes. Yeah.
almost to
Yeah.
the point of where you be like, oh shit, he
He
took
got
his helmet off.
exiled
Like,
for it. Yeah.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
he had to go make amends for it.
Yeah.
Whereas on the Boba Fett show, shit, I don't know
Boba
what
Fett
the
wasn't
hell
in
show
armor
they
at
was
all.
making.
He was in
Shit,
armor at all.
I mean, what he took his, you know what I'm saying? Like he took his helmet off damn near immediately. I mean, and I understand, but it's just like when we see him in the back to tank trying to get healed up, like it wouldn't have made no
Hmm.
sense for him to have his armor on and that shit.
That
It don't
makes
make no
sense.
damn
That
sense.
makes sense. That makes sense. But every time we seen Master Chief go from galaxy to galaxy, he's always had his armor on.
In the video game, all I'm saying is in the TV show, they
He,
have sequences where it makes sense for him not to have a damn
they
helmet
had
on.
sequences in the video game where it would have made sense and they didn't take it off him. I'm saying that exists. They had sequences. I mean,
Well, again, not things I don't know anything about the video
yeah,
game, so I
yeah.
don't know nothing about
They had
cutscenes.
sequences.
I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, they had
I
sequences where
know,
it makes sense
I
for them to take them
know
off.
the, I know the outside stuff. I know Cortana. I know Dr. Halsey. I know Master Chief. I know
Like
the
like
Covenant.
like
Halo.
the Funk said, the Spartan team in Halo Reach take their helmets off. They should have had the Spartan team in Halo Reach on the ship, and you play as
I
them
mean,
in
I
Halo
guess.
Reach.
I mean, if that's something that people want to see, shit, I don't know what people want to see. Shit, I think that what they given to me, season two, I'm enjoying it.
Yep,
Hmm.
yep, yep. But I'm just saying for the fandom, I understand how the fans felt. We felt that way about stuff we're fandoms of.
Yeah.
I don't have a real big dog in the Halo game at all, but I have friends that are like, man, that show was shitty. I love those games, and I don't believe they did this to me. I was their customer. I even bought that fifth game when it was shitty and it came out
Hmm.
because it's Halo. So, I don't I
Okay.
don't know.
Well,
Uh
Defunct said that part of him keeping his helmet on in games too because it's functioning your HUD.
yeah, it
So
functions
it's
as your
also a
HUD. Yeah.
communication
Mm-hmm.
medium. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's reasons for it, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure whoever was writing this shit, there's reasons why they did some stuff and stuff
Because they
that
didn't
doesn't
play
make
the
sense.
game. Because they didn't play the game and they didn't know much about the game. They admitted that.
Well, I don't know. At least it seems like they have different
It
people
is
writing on season two.
that's the
So
same thing they have with because it got so much shit the first season.
yeah, I
People
mean,
bat
and
beat it up.
to tell you the truth, I was surprised when I heard it was coming back for season two. I did not think it was coming back.
They
You
already
know,
paid for it.
so
They already paid
so
for it.
oh, that had to be
It
it
was
because I
already
was
paid
like, well, how
for.
the hell is this
It was
coming
already
back
paid
and
for.
the brother son didn't come back? It's some bullshit. Like,
It was already paid for. Brother Sun didn't come back for a number of reasons. Apparently, they didn't have a story for season two. They couldn't
I
get a
mean,
story completed.
that's one thing, you know what I'm saying? That you go out and and say like, okay, we done telling the story that we wanted to tell, like the Squid Games.
Mm-hmm.
And then Squid Games are like, well, we throw a stupid ass pile of money at you, like, hey, we want season two. Well, okay, well, let me lay in a bathtub full of money and think if I can think of some more shit for season
Yeah,
two. Okay,
but that was
I'll
the
work on it.
biggest. That's the biggest series in the world. The
Yeah, I
biggest
mean, I
series.
get it.
You throw a bag of
I get
money
it.
at it.
I
Brother
get it.
Sun ain't
Netflix
that.
comes to you
Yeah.
and be like, you know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
want season two. You're like, no, I'm good. I told the story I wanted to tell. I'm done. There's like,
Yep.
listen, look out your window. We're backing a Brinks truck of money up to your front door right now. You think you can come up with a new story? And
Yep.
you like, you know what?
I
I see
can.
what I can do. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
let me get my
Yeah.
iPad. I'll start
Yeah.
putting one
And we'll see if
together
it happens or
immediately.
not. That can be in development limbo forever. We don't know.
I don't
The
know.
quick.
As long as the check cash, as long as I'm swimming in a pool full of the money they just dropped off,
Hmm.
I'll be writing the shit out of a new story.
Yep.
I don't give a
Yep.
damn. I
Yep.
was like,
So I
ooh,
don't know.
I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna put new shapes on they helmets.
Yeah.
What?
like,
I come up
and
with
my
some dumb shit.
like this goes back into our talks all the time, like retellings, adaptations. Um, like I I love prose getting adapted into film and television. No problem with prose.
Hmm.
That includes graphic novels, comic books, and manga. That includes that. I have a problem with mostly retellings redone from one medium to another medium, because usually in the retelling they lose something,
Hmm.
and they don't appease the fandom because they can't, because the fandom is in a different space in life. When they do the retelling, and they also that they had to appeal to a new audience. So you're going to piss off the fandom to some degree. There's a lot of things you can't get around. Like the little bots and Transformers that were racist as hell, the black
Oh,
one and the gold tooth one and stuff. Like, why
that
would you even
bullshit.
create that? Because Transformers would have never done that. Hasbro and the Japanese Takara, the comic book writers, they would have never done that. They would have never made the niggalet bots. They would have never made them.
No, they wouldn't
And we
have.
saw
I mean,
them.
they wouldn't. I mean, just, I don't even want to get into Transformers because I can talk about that
Yeah,
all
yeah,
day
yeah.
long
But
about
but
what's wrong with that. I mean, the whole uh they killed off, like, I remember vividly the Autobot that I loved because I
Jazz,
knew that he was a black man was Jazz.
they
And
killed
he
him
just
off.
happened to be a Porsche 911. God damn it. When you do something right, you do something right. And Michael Bay killed his ass off in the first 90 seconds. I was like, this is a regular damn horror movie where the black man dies in the damn opening credits. Like, what kind of
Yeah,
shit is that?
yeah, they did it. They did it. Yeah. Yeah, this is interesting. So I found issue with that as well, but not just that, just retellings of things. Games are hard to tell into like linear format, especially games we have because they're so big. They're really, really big stories, and they're really, really and so you're trying to squeeze it down into a season and make it make sense because you actually have to deal with. They don't think about player agency. You're making a linear story, so it's really
Yeah,
interesting.
but I think it says something too because we're a different type of fan. We are
Hmm. We are.
super fans. We are, the
Hmm.
blurs, the
Hmm.
geeks. We
Yeah.
represent the geekish network.
Yeah.
Um, and I think it's sad because a lot of people miss some really good storytelling because they won't view something because of the medium. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually we consume all mediums out there. So we've seen the graphic novel, the comic books, we read the book, we played the video games, we watched
Hmm.
the anime tale, we watched the live action. There's a lot of people that will tell you all day that they are the biggest Star Wars fans and have never seen the Clone Wars or Rebels. And I'm like, you know what? You, sir, are a liar.
I
You are
met
not, you, mm-mm,
I met somebody
mm-mm.
told me they're the biggest Star Wars fans, didn't know they made comic books. Had no idea they even existed.
What?
No idea they even existed. None,
Listen,
zero. Had no idea there were
listen,
novels or nothing
Shards
like
of the
that.
Empire, the Vader series, like, bleh.
They didn't even know
Ah,
there were Star Wars video games. They thought there was a few cartoons in the movies.
what? And
Hmm.
and to be honest, it's almost disrespectful to call a animated Star Wars series a cartoon. Cartoon is some kid shit. That's what you watch on Saturday morning coming out. That ain't what Clone Wars and Rebels is. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah,
And that's the thing that people think that animated means cartoon. They think you watching Bugs Bunny and somebody chase the
yeah.
Roadrunner all goddamn day. That's not, listen.
It's Looney
Uh
Tunes all day.
Clone Wars, and listen, the whole where Kanan Jarrus was pushing back the thing where he sacrificed. Some of the best damn storytelling is came through in some of that
Yeah,
animated
yeah.
shit.
It was like one
And
of the best.
until you got the Mandalorian and Andor live action, wasn't even close to what the animated Star Wars is doing. Not even
I,
within
I
a
tell everybody,
galaxy.
Clone Wars was the first version of House of Cards we've ever seen.
Hmm.
It nailed it. And the funk came in. He said, "You telling me Jazz Scatman Crothers wasn't clearly a soulful?" Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Hell
But
yeah, you
but
was.
but the first thing he did with Jazz, he's the first time he pulls up. He goes, "What's up, B?" And he spins around. He does like a windmill and jumps back on another car and goes,
Hmm.
"Yeah!" in the movie. And I was like, "Why'd y'all do that?
Yeah,
Why did
I,
y'all do
I
that?"
I thought they like pulled that from
Oh,
a scene from a like
oh.
1985 breaking
Yeah,
movie
yeah,
and
they
just put
did.
put a robot.
That's what they did. I laughed so hard.
I was
And,
waiting
and
on him to
then
say
and,
word to your mother. I was like,
and they had
what
the
the
Nicholas
hell?
box come around and he was like, "What's
Uh
up with you? You big pussy?" And
uh
I was like,
uh
"Oh my
they were so
God."
racist and so inappropriate.
I
I was like,
was like, "What?
wow.
What? I can't. I can't."
I can't, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I checked out when one I let pass just for nostalgia reason. I didn't think one was good at all. I know a lot of people that loved one, the first Transformers movie, and I was like, this is trash. I was like, but it was cool to see him transform on screen, and at least Peter Cullen came back to do Optimus Prime. So I was like, you know what? I'll let it go. But when they put two out, I was like,
Or three or
they
four or five. Only one I liked
listen.
was Bumblebee.
I was done at two. Bumblebee was good. And I
Yeah.
only watched Bumblebee years after it came out because you watched it and you said it was good. And I was like, for real? And I gave it, and I was like, because I heard that John Cena was in it. I was like, oh, I know that's some trash. And then put a WWE dude in it. I know that's trash.
John Cena is an actor. He is a thespian on another level. He is the next version of Tom Cruise.
Okay, now we just getting
You
wild out
trying to
here.
tell me
I mean,
you trying to tell me Peacemaker was good? Wasn't good? You trying
no,
to tell me that?
Peacemaker was good. Peacemaker was good. And I think that's because it let him lean into all the zaniness and shit that he did naturally as a WWE wrestler. It didn't fight against that nature of him.
John Cena in Fast X was good.
I knew you was gonna make your way to family. I knew it. Had The
John
Rock
Cena in
and John
Freelance
Cena.
was good. John Cena in Vacation Friends 2 was good.
I haven't seen those.
John Cena has killed it in a lot of movies. Blockers, he was good.
I haven't seen that either.
I have
I know
seen
he got
Blockers.
no, he got a
Trainwreck.
new.
John Cena was good. What's the movie where he had
I
all
did
the
see
pills?
Trainwreck.
He had all the pills with I think it was Jennifer Lopez. He's I got all the pills here, and he's naming all the pills he had in in the suitcase. What movie was that? I
I didn't
forgot
even
what
know it was
movie it
this many
was.
damn John Cena
Oh
movies.
man, he's been in a
Uh,
lot of movies.
I mean, I know he was in the Marine, and I was like, "Oh, this is trash."
Playing with
And then
Fire was good. Vacations with Friends, he's good. Suicide Squad, he was good.
no, he was because he was Peacemaker. So
Yeah.
Peacemaker, the Suicide Squad.
Now John Cena in
Um,
the Marines was horrible. That's when he just
yeah,
got started though.
yeah.
But he went into some
He's
acting classes.
he's in a new movie that's out on Amazon right now. I think Ricky Stenicki
Yeah, Ricky Stenik, and I heard he's good in that.
with Zach Efron. I heard it's
Uh-huh.
good, but
When
you
you
know,
know
and
your
I won't
lane.
say that he's not improving as an
Mhm.
actor. I will not say that he's not improving. The Rock has been improving. I mean, he still ain't great, but The Rock has been improving. The
Rock
Rock is
is the
charismatic.
pinnacle.
The
Rock is the
Rock
pinnacle.
is he?
He's
Because
the pinnacle of
no,
action
he
heroes.
makes the most. That's like saying Tom
Yes.
Cruise is the best actor because he gets paid the most. I don't
No,
think
no, no,
that's
no,
the
no, no, no,
truth.
no. That's not true. Tom Cruise is not a really great actor. He's Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
He's
And
Tom Cruise.
The Rock has gotten better. And The Rock has actually the only reason The Rock has impressed me is because outside the stereotypical stuff, when he did I didn't like The Rock as an actor until he did uh
Wow. Wow.
what?
Wow. The fun comes in. Bumblebee's mid as hell and overrated.
I mean, if you think so, I guess
Yeah, I
uh
love the Bumblebee. In
what
comparison to the rest of the Transformers movies, the funk, it is good in comparison. There's six other movies that are really bad, the funk. Six other movies that are really bad.
what was the movie that The Rock was in?
Yeah, he
Uh,
only the Rock. He said the Rock has gotten worse because he now only plays one type. He does. He plays the Rock for
I didn't
president.
like The Rock until he did. Was it Be Cool that Rock was in?
Hmm. Was it be cool? I don't
I know it's
know.
a movie with John Travolta, and I don't know if it was the same one that Andre 3000 was in.
Yeah, that's be cool. That's get or is
I
that get
don't.
shorty?
I think it was Get Shorty. Which
It
one?
might have
I
been
don't
get
know which. I
shorty.
can't remember which one he was
It's one
in.
of those two,
I think it was Be Cool. Yeah, because
maybe.
it had Vince Vaughn in it. Whichever one had Vince Vaughn in it. I don't remember which one, but I think it was Be
Be
Cool.
cool. Be cool. It's
Uh,
be cool. Mhm.
until he started playing like the zesty ass sidekick, the Vince Vaughn's character, The Rock killed that shit. That shit was funny as hell.
Mhm.
Like, because he was completely different. He didn't play The Rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's
It's
just
kind
like
of.
almost all the movies he was playing the Scorpion King over and over, and then you
Hmm.
start playing this new super action hero. Like, so now he's
That's who he
basically
is.
his Fast and Furious character in damn near every movie. You know,
He's like the awesome action hero. I think John Cena's the action hero that makes mistakes, the goofy one, and it works for him. He knows he can't be The Rock. The Rock is like he's the Denzel of action heroes. Denzel
I
plays
guess.
himself in every
Well,
movie, but he plays a different version of himself. Like in American
s-
Gangster, he's Gangster Denzel. In in in, in, in Glory, he's like I'm fighting for the Union, ex-slave Denzel. You
yeah, heard
know,
like the only time where you seen Denzel wasn't Denzel
in
was actually
Fences,
Training Day. Training Day, like.
he was Crooked Cop Denzel in Training Day.
Yeah, but that was a brand new side of Denzel we'd never seen
Yeah,
before. Like every other movie, we'd seen that. Even though he's playing a different character, he's still the same character. But
I agree with
training
Rodney.
day, he was brand new.
I agree with Rodney. Dave Batista is a great actor.
I
Man,
was
he
about to say
killed Dune.
I was getting ready to say
Man,
that Dave Batista is the best out of
man.
all of them.
Yeah, I don't know. Jason Momoa in
Oh,
Fast X
the
is
Funk said
great.
Pain and Gain was The Rock's best performance. Pain and Gain was
That is
good.
probably his best
The
performance.
Rock in Pain
I
and
think
Gain was
everybody in
good.
that movie that was their best performance.
Mm,
Everybody in that movie, you know. But I
yeah.
think John Cena, if I had to put him up against Vin Diesel as an acting, John Cena's a better actor than Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel's only been good in one movie that I can think of. And that
Pitch
was
Black,
Pitch Black. Pitch
Pitch
Black. That's
Black.
it.
Yep, because he didn't
That
have a
was the
lot of
only one.
lines. He didn't have a lot of lines, and he brewed
Mm,
most of the movie.
yeah, but it worked.
Yeah, it did work.
Yeah,
Like
it's
like
like the second is when the second movie is like they turn him into the original Freddy Krueger. You know, Freddy Krueger was scary as hell. Then all of a sudden you start giving him lines, and now he's out here doing one-liners and doing comedy routines. And like, what the shit?
yep. Like Ryan Gosling. I thought he was good in the Notebook. I thought he was good in. I
I
didn't
never
see
seen.
La La Land. I
Uh,
hated him in Drive. I know I have a friend Drive's like his favorite movie because he brews. He's like a Ryan Gosling stan, and he's like Ryan Gosling reminds me of you. I said because he's emo, because he's emo as fuck. But I liked him in Nice Guys too, and I like kind of liked him in The Fall Guy. But when I saw Ryan Gosling and Barbie, I was like, yo, you nailed it. You deserve all the
I
awards for that.
I hate to admit that I think last weekend I watched Barbie. Like no kids, I just watched Barbie because y'all kept
Yep.
talking about it, and I was like, I gotta see what everybody's talking about. What is this about? Because you kept talking about he was good in it,
Hmm.
but
I haven't seen
yeah,
Crazy
he
Stupid
was.
Love, and the
He
funk
was.
pulled up. I need to see him in Crazy Stupid Love. When he's playing a weirdo role, Ryan Gosling kills it. When he's playing,
I
but
heard
when he's trying to be the brew and cool, the
he
hmm
he's actually really cool in what's that movie he does with Russell Crowe, Nice Stupid Guys, or what is it? Nice Guys,
Nice
The Nice
Guys. Yeah, the
Guys.
nice guys. I like him in
Yeah.
that too because he's goofy and he's silly.
Hmm.
I like when he's playing those roles. I heard Crazy Stupid Love. He's amazing in it. But when he plays like I'm a gangster or I'm emo
Like
and
the
I'm
Gray Man,
brooding. Yeah,
like
when
the
he's
Gray Man.
brooding. Yeah.
Oh, that was.
I was like, oh my God, you're killing me. You're killing me on this. You should have killed this. The gray man, they made that character bad though. That character could have been better.
The
I
Funk
haven't
said,
seen
check
all
out
them.
Lars and the Real Girl. Said Ryan Gosling is a less charismatic Robert Pattinson.
Wow. What?
And
I don't know
Rodney
how to
Rodney said that
read
he was
that.
good in Blade Runner 2049, which
I
I should have seen Blade
I
Runner
saw it and I
2049, but
didn't
I
like
didn't.
him in it. I thought that film was like, I don't know. That film didn't hit me hard. 'Cause I did like the original, and I was like,
Hmm.
this is not doing it for me. It was pretty, but I can understand that though. Play maybe Blade Runner 2049. Yeah,
And the Funk
Lars and
is
the Real
right for the
Girls.
for the Rock, but the Funk said that like the Rock had a much wider, a better range of movies when he was younger, when he was a newer actor. Like The Rundown was
Yeah,
great.
it
Like,
was
and
great.
I usually cannot stand Sean William Scott, and he was
Mm,
tolerable in that movie because The Rock, even though The Rock was a tough guy, I think because he was trying to play against the typecast where he was a tough guy who didn't want
mm-hmm,
to be a tough guy, who,
mm-hmm.
he just wanted to be a chef and shit. I think that's what made the role great. Like,
Yeah,
he wasn't just willingly out here trying to be a goddamn superhero. So yeah, I like the rundown.
I like the rundown too. And
I
it's
know we
interesting.
we got off on this tangent because
We did.
we started talking about Halo and we got off on this tangent, but
Well,
in the news, I don't know if we were going to end, but there's two stories right here about Andor
that's
too.
what I was gonna go into. I was gonna go to that next. I was just waiting for you to move on so we can go to Endor, where they had the most politically tense sequence in Star Tours. So I guess they're updating Star Tours, which is the oldest Star Wars attraction at Disney parks, right?
Yeah, well, I heard that
Um,
they was updating it and it needed to be updated is what I
oh
heard.
yeah, oh yeah.
I've never been to it.
Oh, it's
And
horrible.
it's one of those things that I wanted to do because I'm a Star Wars stan.
Hmm.
Um, But actually, I'm not upset about it because even when they opened this, Star Wars Land and all that, I heard it was extremely overrated and overpriced. Um, and it kind of makes me sad that, they made it as a money grab.
What's that?
All the Star Wars Land, all the
I think
stuff,
the
I don't
land.
know, the
I think the land is beautiful. It's incomplete, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful land. You are in Star Wars.
I'm
You're
all
in
for
Batu.
that. I'm
Hmm.
all for that. And like I've heard because I haven't been, but like
Hmm.
when you go to Universal Studios, you're in, you're on Diagon Alley, you're at Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Like when
Hmm.
they made Harry Potter and made it visceral, made it real. And I heard that Galaxy's Edge is the exact same thing, that you are in Star Wars. And for that, I love the idea of that.
Hmm.
I just heard that many of the attractions um, are overpriced and a little bit
Well,
overrated.
well,
So I don't.
you pay for the whole park. When you pay for the entry to the whole park.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't pay for each
Okay.
attraction. You pay for the
Was
park.
so wait, it was just the hotel then, right? The
The
Star Wars
hotel. Yeah,
hotel.
the hotel was pricey. It
Yeah.
was $5,200 for a suite.
Yeah, that's I mean, listen, I'm I was going to say something, but it's incredibly crass. So I'm gonna keep that dumb shit to myself. But
Yeah,
I was like
52 $5,200. You pay for, but you're paying for
$5,200.
yeah, but you're allowed to go in there and cosplay. You can wear costumes in the land, and there's adventures and stuff you do in the land that affect your stay in the hotel. Because everybody that's in the hotel with you is cosplaying, not just the guest. Everybody working in the hotel is also cosplaying. They're in character the whole entire time. So you can walk up to
Well,
anybody in the hotel and ask them a question, and they will answer it in character.
our one wonderful technical director Rodney says that the update of Star Tours is not over the most tense political part of Star Tours, but they've also made additions with Ahsoka and the Mandalorian, which
Mandalorian,
makes
yep.
sense
Hmm.
because of what is out there for Star Wars now. Those are the only three most popular properties
Hmm.
with people right now.
Hmm.
It makes sense to it's like, you can't still have Star Tours be representative of
The
the
original
prequels
trilogy.
or the original trilogy. Like, no,
Yeah,
you
it's
got to
real.
update that thing. So no, I get it.
But
And hopefully those are good.
but Batu in the park is in the timeline. And there's always talks. I think they're moving it out of the timeline now, but it was
Hmm.
in the timeline. And because you're Batu's an outpost on the outside outskirts of the galaxy.
Okay, it's on the outer
And
rim.
it's in the outer rim, yeah. And it's in the timeline right around Ray and Kylo. So you see Kylo and you see Ray and you
Yes.
see those characters in it when
Man,
they
man,
built it.
keep that shit. Yeah, move that
And
out the timeline. I don't
but I
care.
think they had to move it out because Grogu's so big, right?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of discussions going on there. I would love to talk about some of the stuff that we talked about, but
Mm.
yeah, it's a lot, it's interesting. Like in Batu, you can't have the Force because only certain people have the Force.
I
That's
mean,
why
yeah, I get
that's
it. I mean, that's like having it's like having a Marvel world or X-Men world, and everybody walks in the park just automatically has an X-Men power and just no,
yeah,
stop it. No,
yeah,
you don't.
yeah,
You
yeah,
don't have the
yeah,
X gene. No, you
yeah,
don't.
yeah. But they talk about like
Nobody's a superhero if everybody's a superhero. Damn it.
hmm yeah, that's exactly how it was explained in Star Wars. The reason we don't have any Force activities is because not everybody has the Force. The
Yeah,
Force that you have to
that's
be
cool.
born with. It was part of the lore. There's so much part of the
Um,
lore.
since they're making additions to Star Tours, one of the other cool things I saw in here for the collector in me, and one of the things I used to do until I became extremely broke, um, they are doing a special 4K, edition, Blu-ray,
Hmm
for Andor,
hmm
which it should be a special edition because the wonderful thing about Andor, it was such a great property. And it definitely caused division in the Star Wars world where some people loved it and some people hated it because, again, just like you said, it was the first Star Wars property that didn't feature space wizards and laser swords,
hmm
So it was
Yep.
a political thriller,
hmm
um, and kind of almost a spy tale, kind of in a way that didn't have,
hmm
Jedi, Sith, and really no lightsabers and shit.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing to get past. But the world is so vast. Um, it's almost like I remember having this conversation with somebody. It's like the one thing is that we got stuffed, we got overstuffed with Jedi, and Jedi
hmm
were everywhere because we followed this one family who is screwed up beyond belief, and they done messed up the whole damn family. The Skywalker family done messed up the whole damn galaxy. But
hmm
to me, it's like Jedi are more like Navy SEALs. They out here doing missions and out here doing stuff. I've heard of Navy SEALs, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, I've seen them in real life because I was in the military. But everybody ain't seen no damn Navy SEALs. Some shit you heard about on TV.
hmm
Everybody in the world ain't met a CIA agent. So that's like like a Jedi. You've heard of them. That don't mean you done come face to face with Ethan Hunt or Jason Bourne or no shit like that. Like,
Yep. It's interesting because they just focused on the Skywalker family and they kind of ripped they tore up that universe a little bit and they had to figure ways to fix it. And hopefully they figure it out. But I know how to have Blu-rays because Bob Iger saying we just threw away this revenue stream. We just threw this away for some streaming shit. And the streaming is not bringing in the revenue stream that collectible DVDs and Blu-rays do. Because you got people like me, you, Defunk, I can name them, Rodney, and Centel. I can name them all day long. That will grab some collector stuff and put it on the shelf.
hell yeah.
I
Hell
have,
yes.
I bought the 4K into the Spider-Verse from the Funk that has 3D. This has made for 3D. I have bought the collector's edition of Beyond the Spider-Verse. And I probably buy the third movie solo or buy them all three again together in whatever collector's
Mm-hmm.
box they put it in because
Mm-hmm.
I believe that property deserves my money. And I want to reward those that worked on it with my hard-earned money.
I think the only thing that I've hated about being a collector, the kind of collector I've been over the years,
Mm-hmm.
so like I'm at the point right now where I'm starting from scratch, and that's just because life.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that I hated the most about it was I started being a collector and buying like VHS tapes.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the original, you know what I'm saying, like the Star Wars VHS tapes and all the Disney movies on VHS because, you know, I knew the value of them. They were going to go in the vault and all that old shit. And then after VHS, you know, you had DVDs. So I had to get those. And then after that, you had Blu-ray. Had to get those.
Uh-huh.
And now we got the 4K Blu-rays.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, shit, I just spent a shitload of money on the same shit over and over.
Over
Like,
again.
I'm sick of it. Like,
You buy it once and then you watch everything on streaming.
well, now because I'm starting from scratch, I'm only gonna get the top-notch shit. I'm only gonna
Mm-hmm.
get the 4K whatever. I'm gonna get the best thing that's available right now. But you know, I'm sure at some point in a few years there's gonna be the 8K version or whatever the shit.
Yeah,
IMAX at home version or some shit. I don't know, but I'm sick
that
of
is
it. But
coming. That is
but
coming.
I do like having physical media. Um, if you look at all the people who are subscribed to Funimation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had bought certain things and they, you know, said you got the streaming version forever. And then Crunchyroll bought Funimation. And now that, you know, they're making the transition and they said, oh, well, all you that had a digital version of this, like, yeah, we're not supporting that over here.
We're not
So, you
supporting that
know,
over here. Yep.
it's like, wait, how you just going, I already bought this. I own this. Like, the hell? So
Yep.
I'm not a fan of that. So as much as I love streaming, I'm also a huge fan of physical media itself too. So
Yeah. So I think that's what it's going to be. And you know, I'm picky on the things I collect. I know Defunct is a big collector of like Criterion films. I want to be, but that's a lot of stuff. I have enough stuff and I got to limit it. So I buy things that I love. Like I have Scott Pilgrim on Blu-ray. I bought the limited edition one. I bought the
yeah.
vinyl records. Same thing with
Oh
Spider-Man. I
yeah,
bought the vinyl
you went
records.
ham on. Hmm.
I buy the vinyl records and but I'm not gonna buy like everything. I don't have to have everything. I'm very picky and selective what I want. Like I like Akira Kurosawa films, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I rather subscribe to the Criterion Collection and have all of them than watch them because I don't need to have people's observation of his director commentary. I don't need to have that. I enjoy watching the quietness of his films. Um, but there are some films that I want to put to my collection because I just love them. And we're talking about like remakes, right? Like I always
Mhm.
say, Flash Gordon should be the film that should be remade.
I agree.
And I said that you can touch. I would even say make a new version of Clash of the Titans because that shit they released in the 90s and the 2000s was not it. It was not the
No,
one.
no.
It was not the
Harry
one.
Hamlin in 1981 still reigns king.
Yeah, yeah. When something in the 70s and 60s reign or 70s and 80s reign king, you can remake that stuff. Because now we had a technology to support it the way it needs to be supported. Like Disney should remake Black Hole, the Black Hole. That was one
The
of their
Black
first
Hole was
adult
a
films.
good damn movie
It was
though.
one of their first adult movies. It's
That
not
was a
really that
good
good.
movie.
It was good when you watched it. Have you watched it lately? It's on Disney Plus.
Hell no, I haven't watched it. No,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
no,
I,
I know
I
better.
put that shit on and
I
I was
know
like,
better.
oh man, I used to
Yeah,
love
it
this
didn't
movie as
hold up.
it
Yeah,
didn't hold up. But it
it
was
didn't
them
hold
doing
up.
an adult film. Like Tron. I didn't mind them remaking Tron. That made sense to me.
But they didn't even remake it though. There was a sequel.
Sequel. Yeah, it was a sequel. And it worked. And it worked great.
Hell,
Reintroduced me
I
to that
actually I
universe.
heard I didn't watch it, but I heard the animated series that came out after the
Oh,
last
was
Tron. I heard that was awesome.
magical. Oh, it was
I heard
Avatar
that was
level
awesome.
awesome. It was Avatar level awesome. Avatar level. Didn't have an audience. It was on
Yeah.
Disney XD, whatever that shit was.
Mm-hmm.
Their Shonen Boy channel, and it just didn't work. It just didn't stick the landing for them.
Yep. But it did enough that they're what making a new series now, right? Or is it a new series or movie? The Tron Ares or something?
Yep.
I don't have a lot of hope for that because it seems like the same people that made the second movie are on it, and that
Yeah.
they're relying on the technology and the cool factor more than giving me compelling story.
Give me a compelling
And
story.
It stars Jared Leto, and I don't have a lot of hope. I don't have
You
a
don't
lot
like
of faith
Jared
in him.
Leto?
I do like Jared Leto. I don't think he can carry a movie. I think he's like uh what is your Judd what is dude? I can't think of his name. He was in Ms. Marvel. No, not like Captain Marvel in the first one. Uh
Yeah, because he hasn't carried a movie. Well, he's really only had like, well, nah, he didn't carry House of Gucci. He was somebody that stood out in House of Gucci. The little things he didn't stick out. Outsiders.
like what is dude? I'm trying to think of Jude Law.
Jude Law.
Jude
Mhm.
Law. Like Jared Leto is Jude Law. Like he's a star. He's got star power, but for whatever reason, there's not a single movie that you can think of that Jude Law has been the star of that did what it was supposed to do. They have put a lot of
Is that
money into Jared
true?
Leto, and what movie has he been the star of that he led that you like, yeah, that movie was fantastic. He can't carry a movie.
That's
He's a
interesting.
fine, he's an okay actor. You know what I'm saying? I'd say he's a pretty good actor. He hasn't carried not one single movie. Not one.
You got me thinking.
Yeah,
Wow.
you're gonna think about it too. And that's why I said I've known there's a plenty of movies, the the Repo Men, Jude Law has been in a whole bunch of movies. He
Yeah,
can't carry a movie. He cannot carry a movie.
that may be true. I never think like I don't recall him actually starring in a lot of movies.
Oh, he starred in a bunch of them. They kept trying because they kept thinking this is going to be the one that's going to launch and propel him forward, like so many of his contemporaries, and it just didn't happen. It's not going to happen. He can't carry a movie.
Mm.
Jared Leto cannot carry a movie. I don't give a shit.
I think
And
there's
even
one.
if you make something cool and emo for him, like Morbius, but you give him this shit ass script and it was just as trash as it's gonna be.
Is
And
that
there's like,
him or
you
is
know
that
what?
more the
We made
script?
a trash. Ah, no, that was him. It's a trash ass movie. And then you're like, you know what? Let's do it again. Hold my beer. Let's make Madam Web. We
I'm
can
going to
do it
think.
worse.
I'm going through all of Jared Leto's movie
Rodney said Enemy at the Gates. Enemy at the Gates is actually a good movie. Go back and check the box office receipts. Nope.
because I think Jared Leto. I think he would have did a good. First of all, I'm going to say this. I'm going to put my disclaimer out there. In the DCU, I liked his Joker. I liked when I saw him in Suicide Squad. I think he was misused in Suicide Squad. I don't know why they had him there, but I liked that Joker. The one with the gold teeth, all his tattoos, where all his altercations with super with Batman. Like he was like, I am your foil. I am everything you hate. I am the poor guy that got rich in spite of you through criminality, not knowing I'm the Bruce World of the underworld, not knowing that Batman is Bruce Wayne.
Here's the thing about Jared Leto's portrayal of the Joker in the Suicide Squad. For one, the Suicide Squad is a horrible movie.
It is a horrible movie.
For
Horrible
for
movie.
two, for two, I don't give a shit what kind of Joker he played. You have the what you it's not going to come through when you have to compare your portrayal next to Mark Hamill's animated portrayal,
Oh
which
yeah. Oh
is
yeah.
false,
Oh,
and then to compare
Heath
it to
Ledger.
Heath Ledger. Stop it.
I don't want to compare
Stop
him to
it.
them. I think he would have done a good job if they gave him a proper movie. I
If
don't.
he didn't have to compare to those two, maybe it'll work. But
I don't
you
know.
know,
We've never seen it. It's all hypothetical.
Rodney said that Jude Law is also in the upcoming Star Wars series Skeleton Crew,
Yeah,
and
he
that's to
is.
put a big name in it. That's to put a big name in it. He's not the lead of that.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
He's
a
not the
big
lead.
name, and he's not the lead of Skeleton Crew.
Dallas Buyers Club. Jared Leto did good in it, right? He
I'm not
carried the.
saying that he hasn't done good in movies. He has not been the of a movie that he That's what I'm saying. When he gets big bit parts, I've heard about Jared Leto's performance in House of
Yeah.
Gucci. I've not seen it.
Yeah,
I've
it's a
heard
great
about
movie.
it,
I loved it.
but he's not the star
He's
of
not the
that.
star. He's not the star. He's not the star of Dallas Buyers Club. It's Matthew McConaughey.
Exactly.
But I heard he did a really good job in it. But yeah, I agree. I think, I think.
Rodney tried
So
to
I
say
think.
he carried Morbius. Boy, stop. He carried it right over to the garbage bin. That's what he did. He carried it right over and dropped it in the trash. Yeah,
like,
here we go.
I would love to see that Joker. Um, I would love to see that Joker. I would love to see that Joker. That
You know,
Joker's
no, here's the thing. I would love to see that Joker and see what he could actually do on his own
own.
without Margot Robbie for one,
Yes. None of that. None of that. I
because
think,
she stole from him like whatever he was on. She took all of the air out of the room if they were in the same room. Um, and then
yeah.
I would much rather see him than Joaquin Phoenix. I don't give a shit what nobody said that nominated for Oscars for that first guy. Boys, that
Yeah.
boy, I
But
swear the DC, ooh,
yeah.
DCU,
And the way
DCEU,
they
boy, I
used
swear
Jared
to God.
Leto in the Justice League, I was like, that was stupid. Why would you even have him at the end of the universe? This is stupid. This is stupid. This
Hmm.
is stupid. Which y'all these lines are pointless and fruitless. I don't know what this character is. But the
Yeah, and
one
then
that
the the
says,
the
I
the
have the
deleted scenes from
Lambos.
was that the deleted scenes from Batman versus Superman or was
I
it?
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it
It
was
was the
Batman versus
extended
Superman.
version of that
It
bullshit
was
ass movie.
trash,
Yeah.
trash. Because
I,
it was a deleted scene from Batman vs
mm,
Superman, and then the extended version of it was in the
I
Zack
it
Snyder's
was
Justice League.
it was trash.
Trash,
Trash. I
trash.
killed your baby mama. Yeah. I like nobody cares about that. I like the guy that says, "Look, y'all
I was looking
praise
for
that
somebody to
Bruce
say
Wayne.
Martha.
Yeah, y'all praise that Bruce Wayne fella. I'm just like him, but I'm the wild version of him. I'm what he wants to be. I got the purple Lambo. He got the black one. I got the purple, the same exact car. I painted purple chrome. Fuck y'all. My teeth are all gold because Batman knocked my teeth out and I'm still here. He's not realizing that the people he's playing against are the same person. I was like, that's brilliant. I want that Joker movie where where he hates Batman and Bruce Wayne, thinks they're separate people. Like I'm trying to outdo Bruce Wayne, but I'm trying to stand up to Batman. And that's my story. And that's what I'm
Yeah,
sticking with.
that's deranged.
Yeah, it is. Like I'm stunting because of Bruce Wayne, but I do the criminal stuff because of Batman. Fuck him. I want to see that story. And
I
that
mean,
do I think Jared Lowe can play it off? But I think some other people can play it off too. They can play it off too. I remember I was watching on Instagram. There's this photographer and he takes pictures of this black kid in Times Square dressed as the Joker. And he was like the black kid was white faced and his hair was green dreads and he had Timberlands on and he was the Joker. Like he looked like the Joker. And I was like, that's a Joker I want to see. And he put
yeah,
tattoos on his arms and he had tattoos on his face and everything was in honor of Batman. He did everything in honor of Batman too. And I was like, that's the Joker I want to see. Where he says, Batman beats up on poor people. Fuck him. And I'm the opposite of that. I say, why don't they make that Joker? That Joker should be real.
you know what? Now
I'm the
that
antithesis.
I can get behind that.
I said, you take that Joker, make him the Jared Leto Joker, like the type of Jared Leto, but make it that character. I can see that. Like, yo, that's dope. That's dope. And he
Hmm.
was young. He was a young kid. So I can see a
Hmm.
young kid that grew up in Gotham, maybe had a run in with Batman, or his father had a run in with Batman, got locked up or something because of Batman. And he's like, I'm gonna spend my whole life to be the antithesis to you.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna get money like Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna act wild like Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna be the billionaire playboy. And I'm gonna follow him, but I'm gonna do it through the criminal world. And every tattoo he has is in honor of his altercations with Batman. Every time he survived an altercation with Batman.
Which that really doesn't make any sense, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really think about it, how the hell does the Joker even survive? I mean, I know he's a criminal genius, mastermind, whatever,
Hmm.
but
Batman won't kill him.
allegedly,
Batman won't
but
kill
that
him.
shouldn't matter. Uh, because let people tell it, Batman's so damn good, he can beat Superman.
Yeah,
He can
yeah,
beat the Flash.
yeah.
He can beat Wonder Woman. He can beat Martian Manhunter. But
So when
he
Joker
has
goes to jail
problems.
and
He has
stuff,
problems with the Joker.
Joker
The Joker's
can.
still
So
around.
apparently Joker can pull strings in Arkham,
Yeah, of
and
course.
and so he gets released every time. There's never enough evidence against him, and Batman needs the Joker in order to prove that his self-worth and why he's there.
Batman needs therapy.
He does.
Take his
We
rich
all
ass to therapy
we do.
and
He does do that.
deal with his parents dying.
He does do
He
that.
turns a rich man is so bored. He turn you know what I'm saying? He could be
But
Diddy, go out here and be a deviant, or do what he does. You know, take all his money and build gadgets to be a vigilante and beat up the poor. Fuck Batman.
so that is what we're saying, right? Is like those are good stories they can
I
make in
I
TV
am I
shows.
am vengeance. Shut your ass up.
You sound so triggered right now. You sound
I
so
can't
triggered right now.
I do because I understand people love Batman and
I
I
do
can't
love him.
stand his ass. I can't stand him.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying, the whole thought that this Caucasian fellow has enough money to just do it. He got enough money. He turns into a whole vigilante and goes out here and whoops ass, fights crime, and the police is so cool with it. Like, you know what? We're gonna participate
Yep.
with him. We're gonna put a whole side signal on the thing. We can't even do our jobs properly. We need this rich man to come and whoop ass because we can't be the police and protect and serve. And he's so good. If you give him enough time to study, give him, you know what I'm saying, give him the cliff notes to everything, he can beat this invincible damn alien. He
Hey,
can beat a man who can
hey,
run so fast, he can run back in time and cause a
boy,
boys.
you
Get
you
the
you try
shit
you
out of
trying to
here.
get an ass whooping right now because Randy's
I
going to
don't
hear
care.
this. Randy's going to hear
I
this and he'll be ready to
listen,
fight you. He gonna fight you tomorrow. Randy's gonna fight you
listen,
tomorrow.
listen, and I'm going, you know what? I you know who I fix this. You know who Batman can't beat?
Who's that?
He can't beat Taylor Swift. So now, yeah, now, now take that, Randy. I got somebody on my side, all the Swifties. I'm gonna get the Barb's. I'm gonna get the Beehive. They'll beat Batman's ass. Go dance on his grave and shit. Like
Rodney's
they'll
like,
go dance
wow,
on his
right now.
parents' grave.
Rodney's right now watching this, like, wow. I'm watching Rakai get triggered over Batman and do a whole tirade. A whole tirade.
Listen, listen, and I'm not even drinking.
Even
This is happy hour, and I'm not even drinking, boy. Y'all lucky, cause whew,
you know what it is? Rodney made that statement. He carried Morbius and it triggered you initially. And then we're talking about Batman and Batman has you triggered. Now, if Jared Leto played Batman, you would probably fly off the hinges. You'd be like,
he'd be right
if
up
oh,
there.
you
Be right up there with George
if
Clooney.
only
Get that
Batman
shit
or
out of here.
Joker.
Yeah, he would. You know what? If Jared Leto played
Batman is
Batman, he probably
misunderstood.
he if Jared Leto played Batman though, he probably have nipples on his little bat suit with like the little bars in them. He probably have them pierced.
Oh,
Get the hell out of here.
oh shit. Oh shit. You know that Batman does exist though. Punk rocker Batman. He does exist. They made a comic
I
book out
I
of it.
don't doubt it.
He
They
wears the
they
mask.
have
He wears the
they have
mask.
made
Yeah.
all kinds of damn Batmans. Like they've got more Batmans than they do Spider-Man's into the damn Spider-Verse. Like they got so many damn Batmans and
Hmm.
uh Azrael and the Batman who laughs and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm reading
oh,
Batman
okay.
Incorporated right now. I'm reading it, and it's interesting because Bruce is supposedly dead or missing, and so all these
Listen,
Batmans exist.
I like the alternate verse that had Thomas Wayne became Batman. Like
That's interesting.
the little dude killed accidentally killed Martha, damn Martha, and little Bruce, and he became an old deranged coot and became Batman, and he's out here beating the shit out of people for real, like he's killing people. Ain't no
Yeah.
Joker in his world. I put that dude down. The
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah. Yeah. But I think if you had made Joker like Hispanic black or something and painted his hair like Batman
Oh, he'd been
distant to
dead.
his
He
family,
he he wouldn't have made up one whole season. If you made the Joker ethnicity a
non-white,
minority,
a
Batman would
person
have
of
killed his
color,
ass.
a
He'd
person
have
of
killed his
color.
ass. He'd have killed his
Damn.
ass and then got a medal from the city.
You notice what they said about Batman doesn't have a mask and he has cowl when he comes to here, right? Covers his nose. So
Yeah, oh
that way
yeah.
the police
So
will
the
know he's
police don't
white.
kill him.
The police
So
don't
police
kill him.
don't kill him.
Police
Yeah.
don't kill him.
Because they've been and killed his ass. He's wearing all black, hiding in the shadows.
Yep.
They
Beating up
see him,
every
he got
fucking
that bottom
body.
part of his mask out. They don't even pull their guns on him. Like, oh, whoo, we almost shot you, boy. You running around here with a cape and shit. Who you supposed to be? Phantom of the Opera? They almost nah.
He said Phantom of the Opera. That's the perfect place to end this show. We're in the show right there. Batman and Phantom of the Opera. He gonna sing. He's gonna sing all the songs, all the hymns.
No,
But
no,
but
but
but I agree.
Bruce Wayne
Batman
just
does two
left the opera
things.
to put on his outfit and go out here and
Batman
beat up
does
poor
two
people.
things. He beats up on mentally ill people and he beats up on poor people. And he has a billionaire, you
And
know,
he does it better
you
than
know.
anybody
And
else. All
Harley
he needed
Quinn
was
said it
preparation.
best. And Harley Quinn said it best. He said, "What else am I supposed to do besides fight crime this way?" And she says, "How about start with affordable housing?"
Yeah,
How
that's
about
too much
start with
like right though.
affordable housing? And he turned around and told her, "People pay for houses
Oh, yeah. Like, listen,
in Harlem
again, one of the best DC properties. That
of
damn
all
Harley
time,
Quinn series,
of all
one
time."
of the best. Again, people don't see it because it's animated, but one of the best. The storytelling is not only fantastic, but hilarious. Like,
Yes. I tell everybody I want to see Kaylee Kuko get in massive shape and play Harley Quinn.
oh,
First of all, she's eye candy to me. And and I want to see Kaylee Kuko play Harley Quinn in real life because she crushes her Harley Quinn.
she does. But they're not going to ever give it to somebody, other than a Margot Robbie type.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why they had no problem. I mean, like even when Anne Hathaway got it, you was like, really? I mean, but
Hmm.
they give it to Halle Berry, they give it to uh
No, that was
damn
Catwoman.
Zoe. Yeah,
It was
it
a
was.
Catwoman.
Yeah, but they still are they gonna look for them type of people.
Yeah,
Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman or whatever. It doesn't matter if they really embody the spirit of the character. Do they have the look? We'll worry about the spirit because we're gonna write a shitty script anyway. And
yeah.
actually, the Batman is actually a very underrated property. People kind of didn't really check for Robert Pattinson because they couldn't get
Pat
past
Bat,
Robert
baby.
Pattinson. But hey, Pat Bat
Best.
was a great damn detective. That
I
was a
told
detective
everybody
story.
that. I told everybody. Me and Centel used to go on this show for at least 10 minutes because he had no belief in Robert Pattinson. I said Pat Bat's about to be the best Batman we've ever seen and the best Bruce Wayne. And he
Yeah,
was
and he didn't
awkward
he
and
didn't beat up on
weird.
poor people as he didn't beat up on poor people as much. He was a detective. He was trying to figure out the damn story and just
Yep.
instead of showing up the streets beating the shit out of people. I mean, he had to do it once just so y'all knew, hey, I whoop poor
Uh,
people's ass. But
yeah.
he did it once.
Yep.
Besides that, he saved people
Oh
and was a
man.
great damn detective.
He was a great damn detective. And he
Look
was
at
he
Defunct.
was
See, Defunct's saying some shit now.
what is he
You
saying
know
now?
what? We're gonna have to get off here because
Pat Bat
you
was
know
not a
what?
great detective, not yet anyway. He, I mean, for a Batman movie, that's the most detective work we've ever seen.
For a Batman movie, that
That
was
is the
the most
most
detective work.
we've ever seen.
Hell, the other movies, shit, I think Alfred did more damn detecting than Batman.
And all of them. All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. Alfred in that damn computer.
Yep. I'm in the damn computer. All of them. So yeah. Yeah.
And I understand he was green. He was green. He's out
He
here
was
getting
green.
his
Yeah,
ass
oh,
whooped.
absolutely. Getting
He's
his
out here
ass whipped,
getting his
fucking up in
ass
the
whooped,
car, getting shot.
which that makes me so happy. He's out here getting his ass whooped, getting shot. He got to go back and patch up. It was clearly a young Batman,
So
where. where he should be thinking about his life's choices. I mean,
Yes. So I'm
should be
watching
thinking about
Justice
therapy.
League, the classic Justice League cartoon animated. I finished it and I have to finish in the Justice League Unlimited now. But I started with Justice League Unlimited because I didn't know Justice League was on Netflix. And that Superman and that Batman, I really like both of them. I like both of them.
Mark Hamill, and Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, is that who it is? Okay. Yeah, I like
Mhm.
both of them. And every now and then, Randy be like, Superman get his ass kicked. In the movies, because I'm not in part of that fandom like that. I see Superman be undefeated every time. And watching these cartoons, watching Superman get his ass kicked all the time, I'm like, damn, I want Superman to at least win something, Superman. Stop getting your ass kicked. You getting your ass kicked all the time. Wonder Woman gotta save you again. But he doesn't die. They can't kill him, but they'll whoop his ass. I'm like, these goons are whooping your ass right now, Superman. These
Yeah, that's some
goons.
bullshit. That's some bullshit.
And I had no problem. I had no problem with them beating him up. Because he's almost he's indestructible, but he's not unbeatable. And I think they separated those two and it makes sense. And I think
And
in the
I'm okay
films,
with that.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. In the movies, they make him indestructible and unbeatable. And I like the fact he can get beat up on. Like Lex Luthor was whoop,
The
whoop,
only
whoop.
problem I have with that though is, you know what I'm saying, like they try to make him human and he's not human.
He's not
You
human. He's
know,
not human.
so he's indestructible, but he's not unbeatable. But still,
Yeah.
you can't tell me that some goons beat him up and punch him in the face, and now he's bleeding and shit. But in a second, you're gonna shoot him with a goddamn gun, and the bullet bounces off. Like, so your fist is harder than the bullet? What the what? What
Yeah.
are we doing?
Yeah. The goons would beat him up with weapons. They always had weapons that could hit him and take him
But that
down. Like
shouldn't matter to a dude who bullets bounce off his monkey ass. Like,
so they made bullets bounce off, but superpower weapons, alien weapons could hit him. Like when Hot Girl
no,
hit him with that mace, he flew across the room. He was
yeah,
like, "Yeah, bitch."
that's made out of nth metal. That's some different
Yeah.
shit. That's some,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
But in the
when he was
movies,
fighting Black Adam and Black Adam was whooping his ass with magic and shit. Like, yeah,
yeah.
I'm
But
okay
in the
with that.
movies, they would have it where he could beat her, beat Hot Girl, even she hit him with the mace because they made him invulnerable for anything. And
Because
I
the
was like,
movies is not for real fans. The movies is for casuals.
yeah, it
The
is.
movies is
For
as
people
far
like
as you
me that
know,
didn't know that. They didn't
as
know.
far as you know about Superman, he's the best thing that's ever produced. I mean, hell, they'll probably tell you that uh Superman is American and Superman is
He is
a
American.
human. Superman probably is Christian. Shit, you
He
know.
made a baby. I mean, you got this man that has superpower strength. You tell me he busting and he ain't killed Lois Lane.
You can't tell me when his eyes rolled back in his head and he hit his old face and he to the window to the wall.
Ah!
He the man. He
He would
like
have killed her.
when we say blow her back out, he does it for real. Like
Exactly. That's all I want to know. When they made that movie and his son was there and he came a peeping Tom, Randy gets mad at him. I said, they made Superman a peeping Tom in the first 15 minutes. He rode up on Lois Lane with her family, all happy and shit, and he peeping through the window and stuff. I said, they
mm-hmm.
made him a peeping Tom.
Yeah. Damn voyeur. He's a
Boy,
stalker. That
stalker.
superpowered stalker.
Randy's like,
He
he's
was
not a stalker. I was like, he's
first
a
15 minutes of the
stalker.
movie, he became Brightburn. Shit.
He did come Brightburn. Brightburn is an amazing movie. I don't care all the flaws in it. That is the actual depiction of what Superman would be. And thank
hmm
God Sony Studios made that. All they had to do was put Jared Leto in it with Jude Law to make it better.
That might have made it better. Mm. You know, and the thing is, I don't dislike Jude Law.
Yeah, I like Jude
And
Law.
I actually like Jared Leto,
What's the
but I
love
just think
story he was in that I liked so much?
who Jude Law.
Yeah. He was in a love
Oh,
story that I liked a lot.
I don't know. I mean,
Damn.
he's been in a lot of stuff, but I mean,
Yeah, what love
he
story
can't
was that?
carry a movie. They are fantastic supporting actors, but they're not good lead actors.
It wasn't Anna Karina. It wasn't that Winged Agent. Yeah, he was in something I liked, and I was like, I liked him in this. It was like a love story, and he was the main character in it. It was a girls'
Hmm.
rom-com, but I think he did a good job breaking and entering.
Yeah.
I can't recall, but I think, but it was good. I can't recall it. I can't
I don't know,
call
like like he's like I
Alfie.
said, he's
Alfie. He carried Alfie.
I haven't seen Alfie, so
Alfie's good. He carried it. He's
okay.
the
Well
lead
then,
in it.
but look how many movies he's been in. So I guess
But
one. I mean, the sun does shine on dogs. Once one on a
was
dog's
in,
ass
yep.
once a day. I mean, like I really liked him, and I thought he was the stronger of the two. Like in the Sherlock Holmes movies,
Mm-hmm.
like I think what I'm saying he
He's stronger than
saved
Robert Downey Jr.
RJD's ass. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
RJD is so quirky or
Yeah.
whatever that
He's
it
so
it was hard.
RJD.
Yeah, and Jude
R
Law playing the
RDJ.
straight man.
RDJ. I said RJD.
Yeah,
RDJ. Yep.
yeah.
Yep. But I
So,
watched Alfie because it had Nia Long in it and Marissa Tomei in it. And I think you should watch it just
oh
for
well,
that
you
alone.
can't go wrong
They
right
had
there.
Sienna Miller in it. I mean,
Oh
it
shit!
works. He's a limo driver. He's a Cockney limo driver in New York, and he's addicted to
Did you say
sex.
Cockney?
Cockney.
Oh
Hmm.
shit!
Yeah, he's addicted to sex. And Alfie, I remember I saw it in the theater. It was the Hawaiian International Film Festival, and Alfie was playing. And they're like, "Have you seen Alfie yet?" I said, "No." And it's like, "It's Jude Law's best film." And I was like, "Oh, go check it out." I wanted to see it anyway.
Yeah, but just even listen to that sentence. It's Jude Law's best film.
That was in like 2004, though. 2004.
I mean, it's 2024 and it still holds up as his best film. You see how far you had to go back to find
Damn.
that? Am I
Damn.
wrong?
Damn, you're right.
Am I?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. And that film had stunners in it, boy. They had stunners in it. Like every time you looked at, you're like, oh yeah. You looking at the trailer now, like what the hell is this shit? Yeah, we should wrap. Yeah. With that being said, anything you want to share with the people, Rakai? Hmm?
No, you got me
We
on
ended
this
on
damn.
Alfie. He got you
Yeah,
on the
we
Alfie. Stop
ended on
looking at
Alfie.
Alfie trailer.
This damn Batman tangent. No, we had
We've
I
done a
had fun
lot of
tonight.
tangents today. This
We do
Friday.
we tend to do that on Fridays.
This
You know,
Friday. This
at least we
Friday.
got got through more than two stories like we did the other day. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah. Where can people reach you, Rakai?
On all social media at Newfromdaville, Nupfromdaville.
Okay. Reach me at Charles Babb. Make sure you subscribe, like, love, share, hold on too tightly. The Geekish Network
Mm.
on all our socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, um, YouTube, because you're already here, maybe, and TikTok. And we're everywhere. So find us, subscribe to us. Shout out to Digital Click as always. Shout out to Rodney for being a good technical producer and telling me to rap because we were definitely it's 9:15. We're 15 minutes over.
Oh
So
yeah, we're just running out of our
we're just
mouths.
running our mouths. Shout out to Defunct for curating our stories as always. Shout out to
Yes.
everybody in the chat that come through. We're glad y'all came through. We'll see you all on Monday. With that being said, have a good weekend. Peace.